Hey everybody, welcome to another recap of So You Think You Could Dance. It's Vegas week and the top 152 dancers are here and they're ready to compete for those top 20 spots. 6 judges for this round, I guess you could call it. Tyce, Mia, Debbie, Adam Shankman, Mary, and Nigel. So up first, they're going to send up like everyone to do their solo. And I guess they're going to go 10 by 10 by 10 by 10. So in the first group of 10 was Nathan Trasoras. Now you might remember him. He wasn't old enough to compete in season number 5. So they gave him a pass straight through to Vegas, but they made it for season 6. Yeah, he still got it. He made it through. And another highlight of the first 10 dancers was Elenore Scott. She did like this puppet-like audition that was really cool. She got a standing ovation from the crowd. So after the first 10 dancers go, we find out that you need 3 yeses from the judges to stay. Okay, so that's very important. So remember that. 3 yeses. So Shelby Skipper was in one of the next groups. He was the guy from New Orleans who did the bounce. He made it through this round. Allison Becker, the hearing impaired dancer, and Thomas Hamilton, the guy who just wanted a better life, wanted to get out of the hood. Unfortunately, the 2 of them did not make it through. They were both cut. Alright, so 40 dancers didn't make the first cut. And here is the last dancer of round 1. Well, the last 2 dancers of round 1. Willem deVries and Jacob Jason. I think everybody will remember those as the 2 same-sex male ballroom dance couple. Okay, so they did their routine. I thought it was really good. Apparently, the judges didn't like Jacob Jason. They cut him, and he basically just, like, took off. That was really weird. His partner was just like, he just left. That was so uncool. You know, a little decorum, please. So, from the first round, 41 dancers are cut. So now it's time for the hip-hop round, and Nappy Tabs will be working the choreography. So everybody remembers Tedholm. I call him Platy. He's the guy with those check pants that was kind of wacky. And now I've heard his name said both ways. It's either Jean Lorrett or Jean Lorrett. He's the extreme b-boy. He had like amazing control in his core. He didn't make it, unfortunately. Tedholm made it through, but Jean or Jean Lorrett didn't make it through. So 21 other dancers fell by the wayside after the Nappy Tabs hip hop round. They really didn't spend a whole lot of time on the hip hop round. The only thing they did highlight was Ryan Kasprzak. He's in a little bit of a trouble situation there because the judges were split on him 3-3. But you only need 3 to stay, so he was safe for the moment. So it's day 2 now. This is going so fast. 90 dancers are left, and it's the ballroom round. So they got like the amazingly fast Louis Van Amstel to be the choreographer for the ballroom round, and he's being helped out by Anya. He's fast. So, Billy Bell, you might remember him. He was a contemporary dancer. Not sure what city he was from. But he takes a header from his partner. She accidentally elbows him in the nose. And we've got a bleeder. Oh my god, it was gushing out. It was pretty bad. People looked kind of disgusted too. And unfortunately, he missed a lot of rehearsal time because they wouldn't let him back on the dance floor or the stage until his nose stopped bleeding, and it took almost the whole rehearsal time before it stopped bleeding. So they were kind of like compensate by practicing in the aisles of the auditorium and stuff like that, but he's really at a disadvantage. So the first crumper who ever got a ticket to Vegas, Russell Ferguson, was in the next group, and he's partnered with Iveta, Lukosiute. I don't know if that's how you say her name, but I love that girl. She is so good at what she does. And he was so lucky to be partnered with her because I think the two of them really made a good couple. And he was like the best one in his group. So I think there might be a little chemistry there too. They really seem to be enjoying each other's company. She's like, you'll teach me how, they crump. And they were just really great. I really like them. Okay, so Billy Bell and his partner Christina are in the next group, and they're dancing also in their group, B-Boy Legacy. Remember him? And his partner is Paula Van Oppen. He's having a little bit of trouble with the ballroom because he's a B-Boy, and B-Boys are supposed to be original. He's not used to copying nobody's moves. It's not cool. So everybody made it through that round except for Legacy. He's going to have to dance for his life along with John Litzler. He was in a different group. He was one of the first contemporary dancers who made it through to Vegas in the New Orleans tryouts. He's the guy who kind of does the gymnasty as part of his routine. So Ryan Kasprzak, it's his turn to go. And he's already nervous because he almost got kicked out in the hip-hop round. So he called his brother the night before, Ryan. Everybody remembers Ryan Kasprzak from season 5. He was in the top 4 to get a little pep talk. And yeah, he gives him a little pep talk. He's like, yeah, I'm going to rock this. I got it. He went out there and he looked like a maniac. He was so stiff and he had dagger eyes for his partner. It was just too harsh. And the judges cut him on the spot. But you know what? He had a great attitude, and I love the fact that he called his brother right afterwards, and he really supported him. So, Ryan, you're in our top 20. All right, so it's time for John Litzler to dance for his life. So he gets up there, and I thought he did a really great routine. I was really feeling it. But the judges, they agreed that it was a great routine, but they weren't getting the emotion from John's face. So the vote was 3-2, no. And it came down to Tyce Diorio. And he was just like, no. So he got cut by a vote of 4-2. So now it's time for Legacy to dance for his life, aka Jonathan Perez. He got all yeses from the panel. He did an amazing Dance for Your Life b-boy routine, but they all seem to be in agreement that he really needs to work on his transitions. I guess it's too choppy, but that's like the b-boy style. So, two casualties that you may know of. Tedholm did not make it through Mr. Platy, even though they weren't plaid, they were more like check. And Shelby Skipper, the bouncer from Nolans. That's a shame because I would have liked to have seen both of them continue in the competition. So next week, this is serious. There is like 77 dancers left, y'all. And the choreography is getting much tougher. So basically, we've got to whittle it down to a little bit more than 1/4 of what's left. So it's going to be tough. This is the first time they've really dragged out the auditions this long. I can't remember them ever having the auditions this long before, but it's good stuff. Till next week, much love.